This is Metolius River National Recreation Area here in Central Oregon, and I'm at Candle Creek Campground, the end of the line for the West Metolius River Trail. I'm past spot 6, and I'm standing in a little cove area, and it's getting me this incredible view. Epic Metolius River. Kind of wanted to stop and show you this spot you can set up your chairs if you wanted to enjoy spot 6 at Candle Creek Campground. I'm going to show you the hike back to your camping spot. This is Candle Creek Campground, Metolius River, spot 6. Where I'm standing is your backyard of your campsite. So let me hike back up. This is not part of the general trail. This, in theory, should be the quote-unquote dominion of this spot right here. Spot number 6 of Candle Creek Campground. Spot number 6 claim to fame is it's right at the edge of Candle Creek Campground. Candle Creek Campground is also the edge of the trail system of Metolius River. So you're at the edge campground, edge campsite of this entire national recreational complex. And it feels like that yields you that spot right there where you could pick number 6, camp there, take some chairs down, hang out, just enjoy that view of the river all day to yourself. Kind of feels like a set up to be a private viewing spot. Right here, this is spot number 5. This would be my second choice. It doesn't have the private area that 6 does, but it is right up against the river, and this is a pretty epic section of the river. You're above the river, so you got to be careful, but look down there. That's pretty epic. So you can set up your stuff there and look down on that all day. There's spot 5. These are also very well spaced. I don't know if you've been to some campgrounds where it feels like the campsites are right on top of each other. I hate that. For me, that's a deal breaker. I like some privacy. So those, I think, are the best 2 spots at Candle Creek Campground here at Metolius River. This would be my third choice. Spot number 4. You got your picnic table and your fire pit. Similar to the last one, you can set up some chairs over here and get a pretty epic view of the river. Can't complain here. Got Metolius River National Recreation Area. So it's like the view is just a little less than spot 5 and you're a little bit more exposed. So for that, it's third, but I mean, it's a close third. So it's not like it's a bad site. I would say as far as camping, those are the 3 good sites here. The rest of them are frankly, like you can see straight ahead. I'm not a fan of these kind of sites, just keeping it real, like where you're just in the middle of the forest with nothing. Like, I feel like there's so many amazing campsites around America and particularly around Oregon where you're like right up against the river, right up against a lake. You got an epic mountain view, something. Like a mountain, a lake, a river, something that makes the site noteworthy and worth being at. When you're just sitting in one of these ones like I just showed you to the right of me, it feels like you're just camping in the dirt. Like I don't really see anything special about it whatsoever. That's my personal humble opinion. So I love camping. I'm an avid camper, but I only like camping in places where you're like at the best spot of the place. Not because it's special, oh, look at me, I'm special, I got the best spot. I don't care about that at all. It's just, if you're gonna bother camping, make it worthwhile. Go to a good campground, go to a good site, have a magical experience with your party, everybody with you. Don't just kind of randomly throw a dart at a recreation.gov page and pick a random site. I personally don't understand that, but to each his own. So that wraps up my review of Candle Creek. I parked at Lower Bridge Campground and actually hiked up here to 3.2 mile hike. I wanted to see that section of Metolius River and capture it, and I wanted to also come check out this campground, which I'd never checked out before. One of the tough parts about this campground, Candle Creek Campground, is it is considered the most secluded campground in the entire Metolius River complex, which is a vast complex of tens of miles and I don't know, maybe a dozen campgrounds. The reason for that is because the forest road up here, from everything I've read, is pretty sketch. It's got a lot of boulders in it and some grooves, and they recommend 4-wheel drive only. So for that reason, I think a lot of people are deterred from coming up here. It's a shame because this is actually a pretty well-spaced, beautiful campground. as I said, 3, I think, really high quality spots. But if you need a 4-wheel drive truck to get up here, then that obviously is going to knock a lot of people out of even wanting to risk coming up here. So I did it by foot, 3.2 mile out and back, which I'd wanted to do anyway to capture that section of the river. So, and then I got to see the campground, so I'm happy. Now I'm heading back from Candle Creek Campground to Lower Bridge Campground, back from whence I came, where I parked, and then I will be done. This is actually my 3rd hike today. It's a little 3.2 miler. I also circumnavigated Subtle Lake earlier today. It's just a 3.6er. And I went and did some Whiteches this morning right at dawn. So good 3-pack day. 3 hikes, only about 9, maybe 9-10 miles across the 3. So it's not anything crazy, just a normal day of hiking. So I am heading back to my trailhead.